Look, it's the classroom representative. Hello. Lily smiles, probably amused by Misha or Shizun's use of the words look. Good morning. Of course you're not the representative of this class, right? Right? I'm not. Lily seems a little more guarded in her answers to Shizun than she was with me the other day. I guess they really don't get along at all. Then I realized that Lily might actually not know Shizune is present, and she's trying to detect whether or not she is, to know she is talking to. For all she knows, she's talking to Misha, but knowing that she and Shizune are practically inseparable, she might expect Shizune being the one who actually talks. Damn, how complicated. I decided to help Lily out for my own peace in mind, more than anything else. You're here early, Shizune. You were You were here even earlier than us. Misha puffs out her cheeks angrily. What is she getting? Why is she getting angry? Does she feel emotions on Shizune's behalf too? It's not that weird though. That Shizune didn't like my little comment. It's true. I was here earlier than them. So me saying something like that could definitely be misinterpreted as anything, especially to Shizune, who doesn't have the benefit of hearing tone to gauge intent. Before I can start weighing whether or not I should apologize, Shizune has already moved on. Class rep, it's a good thing you're here. We have to talk. The festival's coming up in 3 days, right? Every other class has already handed in their projected budget reports for their events. Even the first years, except you. Wahahaha. There's still time to hand it in, isn't there? Today. The deadline is today. You're certainly taking your time, aren't you? If I had it my way, I'd have had all the necessary paperwork days ago, but someone had to say the deadline, please extend it. Yes, that was me. Planning something on this scale is not a small task, and a week is too small a time frame to expect a whole class to work out such a complex issue completely. Do you want to know what's harder than distributing the funds for one class event? Handing the same matter for every class in the school, and then some. The one who does that is me. Misha puts her hands on her hips and stands up straight. Wow, she really is getting into the role. Doesn't look like she's very amused though. Hey, Shizune, aren't you being a little too hard on her? There's still a whole day left. Please, Sal, it's alright. Lily seems happy that I'm taking her side, but I'm a bit conflicted that I might not think she can take care of herself. If this is about the budget, then I'm disappointed you think I have forgotten about it. I understand how important it is. Then, can I have it, please? Shizune, she might not have it on her at the exact second. It's not here right now. I asked 2 students to take care of it for me, students from my class. She emphasizes the last sentence, much to my surprise. She knows about Shizune and Misha's effort to rope me into the student council. I guess word must have gotten around so much now she's using me as ammo against Shizune. This just gets better and better. It was your responsibility. A budget report isn't something that you should just be delegating away as class rep. It's your job to be on top of things. This kind of disregard for proper procedure is really just terrible. They completed it, being capable of doing so, but the students have been sick recently, so they could not come to school and give it back to me. If you want, I will apologize on their behalf for being sick. Okay. Although Misha misses Lily's little jab entirely, Shizune doesn't, and she seems torn between being offended by Lily's daring and jumping for joy at the prospect of a challenge. Lily, don't they live here at the school? That's 5 minute walk, you know. What could they possibly have that prevents them from taking 5 minutes out of their busy lives to drop off something that will affect the enjoyment of their entire class? Sorry for bumping the mic. Lily opens her mouth to say something, but Shizune closes the gap between them and starts signing furiously, waving her hands like an orchestra conductor. You're a bitch. Misha tries her best to convey the same passion, but seems to lose her to but can't seem to lose her normal cheerful tone. The result is an interesting, somewhat surreal. And what's with that attitude? I said that it's not something you should be delegating away. Are you the class representative or aren't you? Tell me the names of those 2 students that should have your job if you haven't even handled something that simple yourself. One form isn't the full extent of what I'm supposed to take care of. Lily's tone is growing slightly impatient, but she is doing a good job of not letting Shizune see how unsettled she is becoming. She's playing her cards close to her chest. Shizune, on the other hand, wraps her fingers cheerfully around the edge of her glasses, knowing Lily can neither hear nor see how excited she is. Of course, you do so much, class rep. It must be difficult being you. Lily tightens her lips at Misha's words, clearly understanding the intent behind them, even though Misha delivers them without even a hint of the sarcasm which were meant to have. Shizune and Lily don't like each other. That much is clear. But it seems a little much. It seems like Lily has had enough and is ready to push back. Oh damn. I was actually just discussing the budget report before you came by. You must be very talented to have finished all your student council duties so quickly that you can track me down to make sure I haven't forgotten my own. Are you... It's weird because it's her, but it's Misha, but it's actually her. Are you accusing me of slacking off? It seems like you're confusing me with yourself. I don't think so. That would be a very difficult thing for me to do, comparing myself to you. You're right. The difference between us is like heaven and hell. It's not hard to guess which one you represent. And of course, anime, so that has to be there. And I don't know why there's wind in this classroom, but the air it's weird seeing her not normal posture. Actually, they're both different because you're used to seeing them when you're talking to them, and there are only so many frames they're set. The air between them, I love the art too. This whole damn thing I love. The air between them ripples with the heat of their enmity. Whatever. Well, not really. They can't disguise it anymore, though. Even Misha looks like she's beginning to understand the real nature of this conversation. Hichan, don't you slack off either. What are you talking about? Aren't you taking part in the festival, Hichan? You are, aren't you? Then I hope you're going to do a lot more to make sure it goes smoothly than this person. I don't understand why Shizune is suddenly mad at me. Don't drag me into this. I've done my part. Why am I being dragged into this again? I've done more than enough, I think. If you're angry with Lily, then that has nothing to do with me. Oh, now wait just a second. Are you implying the president is more right in scolding? Damn it! No, no, no! Ah, damn. I think I could have worded that better. No, I don't know about that, but, I mean... What are you saying, Hichan? It's just that I hardly think it's fair you can say that, seeing that I've helped you guys. The mood has changed. This is like showdown between two gunfighters now. Well, it was like that before, too. This time, Shizune's focusing on me. And so is Lily's. Though she keeps quiet, I'm afraid I individually pissed her off. I should have gone with the other one, but, well... I'm on a neutral approach, damn you. Are you saying I'm wrong? What a dangerous situation. Too early to argue with you. Yes, I think it's unfair of you to get on my case. Hichan, you want too much. But you have a point. Okay. You're not lazy, Hichan. Ha 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 ha. Shizune pushes her glasses with her thumb more approvingly. That's good. If you're not useless, you shouldn't let anyone say you are. But the next time I say it, it'll really be because you're disappointing me like Miss Class Rep here. So don't let this go to your head. Lily takes the jab silently, a venomous visage frozen on her face. Class Rep, Chan says, don't forget that report, please. I won't. Would that be... Oh? Yep. The good day. I should have gone with her. Can I go back to choices? I don't think so. No. Shit, I don't even know where I was at. I just wanted to see if I could go back and change choices, which I don't think I am. I'm not going with her anyways, but still. won't. That be yep. Then good day to you all. Her voice would cut the air of the classroom in half if it was more tangible. Lily leaves the room understandably in a bad mood, but still managing to be poised and calm as usual. Shizune, you really did go a little too far today. It's true, Shichan, just a little. If I had been expecting Shizune to gradually admit I have a point there as well, I think I was expecting too much. She doesn't respond. Ha 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 ha, Shichan thinks you should mind your own business. Hichan, we have a few last minute things to take care of before class. We might be late, so please, can you please cover for us? Yeah. Perfect. Yay, okay. Thanks, Hichan. They walk outside even though there are only 10 minutes left before the bell will ring, signaling the start of class. Hinako doesn't come to the morning class at all, leaving her seat looking empty and lonely in the back of the classroom. I have to tell her that Lily was looking for her if I see her later. After the events of this morning, class is pretty boring in comparison. I turn to pages of my textbook lazily. We've been covering the same amount of pages each day, so reading ahead is more or less giving myself a preview of what tomorrow's lesson will be about. The clock at the front of the room sounds unbearably loud. The teacher hasn't said anything in over 7 minutes instead of opting to cover the board in rows and rows of equations taken directly from the book. The rhythmic clashing of the chalk on the blackboard seems to synchronize completely with the ticking of the clock. I would hate that. I start to copy down the equations just to pass the time, not noticing Misha's head poking over my shoulder. So she's almost on top of me. What are you doing? I try to strike a balance between being quiet enough not to draw attention to myself, but loud enough to draw hers. What are you doing, Hichan? Panic shoots through me as Misha starts talking at her normal volume, and I sputter out a hasty reply, still keeping my voice down despite the fact that she just blew any hope of being discreet I may have had. I'm copying down that stuff. What are you doing? Why so loud? Aw, really? But it's all in the book. That's why no one else is copying it down. I know. Why are you so loud? Why are you so quiet, Hichan? It's hard to hear you. Look around to see if anyone's noticing our conversation. It's pretty obvious that everyone has, even the teacher. Shizune smiles coyly, and I start to wonder if Misha is doing this because she told her to. This is because of what happened between her and Lily earlier. This is what I get for trying to be reasonable. This is what I get for trying to be reasonable? For trying to take the middle path? Yeah, neutrality! Shizune is way too prideful, although by now I should know what to expect that kind of behavior from her. Why are you doing this? Huh? Misha's totally oblivious to the awkward stare the teacher is giving both of us while trying to balance her textbook on one finger. For a brief second, it looks like if things could get ugly, but the teacher simply looks away as if it's not worth the trouble. I guess this is a good thing. I slump back in my seat in relief. The rest of the day passes by uneventful. Sorry, blanked out for a second. At this time, I'm able to appreciate what it does. When the bell rings, I'm in a hurry, so I stay for a while reviewing what we covered in class today. I prefer to leave last minute anyways, so I don't have to deal with crowding in the hallways. I noticed Shizune and Misha have also stayed behind talking to someone from another class. Shizune's signing so fast that her hands make noises like swords cutting through the air. I was just trying, and I don't even know how you would do that. Whatever. Misha's trying desperately to keep up, but it's clear she can barely manage even to understand her. I put my head down. Whatever they're discussing, it looks like serious business. Probably way over my head. Not just that, but Shizune also seems angry, although it could just be her normal severity making it appear so. Shizune signs to point where her wrists crackle, and Misha just spit it out in word form. Sometimes she trips over herself like she's dealing with tongue twisters, and then on top of that, she has to sign back anything the other girl says. Seems like a rough job. Misha looks tired, like she is about to faint. Luckily for her, their business is soon finished. The girls sit down on their seats again. Wow, I'm so tired. She's hanging her head limply on her desk, looking exhausted. Festival preparations must be tough for you. Indeed, the people of the school seem to be taking the festival very seriously. Whenever I see people idling around before and after classes, they're talking about their plans for it. It's kind of neat to see everyone being so enthusiastic about it. Probably the only one who doesn't have something to do. Shizune starts signing at me, and Misha perks up, looking at her hands with slightly unfocused eyes. She signs with harsh, heavily dramatic strokes. Misha translated her signing speech for me. She does this so well, it's almost like Shizune is actually speaking, transmitting her thoughts directly through Misha. Well, we're in the student council, so we're pretty busy. Sarcasm? Huh? The tone of Shizune's actions make me think she is speaking with disdain, but Misha interprets it normally, replacing whatever intent may have been there with her own chipper. See, he picked the other one, supporting Lily. Chilled chaos, so I've never been to this, so we're seeing new things now. Well, me anyways. Son of a bitch. Anyways. Interpret it normally, replacing whatever intent may have been there with her own chipper twist on things. It's still disorienting, but I don't think I'll ever get used to it. Never mind. How could I forget with you trying to get me to join at least twice a day? Ah, but Hichan, some could say the work is too much. It'd be nice if students were to show a little more support for their leadership. Some appreciation to the ones who are working so hard to make it all possible. Maybe, for example, a little help. That's asking too much, is it? Yep, help would be appreciated from students like you. If students would show their dedication to school spirit and offer some help, well, I don't exactly need it. But I wouldn't necessarily refuse it, so it would be nice if someone would. Oh, hello? Look over and see Hanako peering timidly into the classroom, most of her body hidden behind the door. Hey, playing delinquent again? Oh, hell no. Blushes hard at Misha's straightforward jab, even if it is only in a jest. She soon stares at her probingly, causes Hanako to look down at the start, backing away to the point where only her fingers could be seen wrapped around nervously around the edge of the door. Maybe she is showing her dislike of Hanako by association for dislike of Lily. It appears so. Hanako probably knows it as well. They seem to have momentarily forgotten about trying to get me to stay for the rest of the day. What is it, Hanako? Has Lily been here? Sorry, Satoru's not here. She came by this morning, though. Hanako keeps looking uneasy at Shizune, who stares back at her with her unusual studying gaze. What is she trying to do? Of course, Shizune isn't going to look away, and she is intimidating enough as it is, so I can only imagine how terrified Hanako would be. It is a little funny, though, watching Hanako's reaction to Shizune's normal behavior. This is what happens when two people with two different extremes meet, it seems. Do you know where she is? If she has any sense in her, she's in her classroom working on their festival project, but who knows where that woman is loitering at. She might be slacking off somewhere, just like Hichan. Wahahaha. Damn, what is with Shizune and her need to point out stuff like that? Hanako nods quite quickly and retreats with haste. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, we were working hard to make the festivals happen. And driving other people sane along the way. Well, good luck with that. I stand up to leave, making my exit before either of them manages to berate me anymore for slacking off. The halls are somewhat quiet, as expected. Everyone must be in club meetings or at festival preparations, or both. Jizune's words about being a psycho echo in my head. I feel a bit guilty about not contributing, but I seem to lack the resolve to do something concrete.